What the fuck?
It's a brand new Halo blog post.
Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another Uber News blog update. Matchmaking and ranked improvements winter update. It's becoming a sick joke at this stage. In today's blog, covering the improvements landing with the winter update, we're focusing on a few substantial ways in which your matchmaking experience will improve in Halo Infinite. Local region matchmaking will make its debut. Improved logic for CSR progression. Improved rules for quitting with uneven teams, and more. Okay, so local region matchmaking. We know that having good latency to the server is an important part of what makes Halo or any FPS fun. We prioritize latency quite high within our matchmaking. However, we know that some folks want more control over their latency, so as we discussed in a previous post, we're working to give you that control. To that end, we've added a new feature that allows players to choose to match exclusively in the games hosted within their local region. This is a big one. This is an absolutely huge one because all I see on Twitter is people being like, wah, I'm matching on Australian servers, wah. And obviously, if you're in the UK or even the US, matching to Australia is going to be an absolutely awful experience, but also vice versa. The issue, the other hand, if you live in a region that doesn't have a super high population, your search times are going to be way longer, but the quality of your matches will be a lot better. So that is an absolutely win-win situation. Absolutely big win, because personally being from the UK, playing like 90 to 110 ping is very annoying. So this option can be found in the settings under gameplay matchmaking. Search region, the default is expanded, which is the existing behavior. You try to match you in your region, but will allow matches outside. Changing the setting to local will limit your matches to just your region. A couple notes. Fireteam's later setting is used to determine whether a search region is local or expanded. Oh, so this goes by the fireteam leader. So if you guys join me, but I still set it to be my region, I will force you guys to be in a European server, basically. Good for me. If the players in your fireteam are located in different regions, the matchmaking system will pick a single region that strikes the best. Oh wait, am I wrong? Players in your fire team are located in different regions. The matchmaking system will pick a single region that strikes the best balance. Oh, okay. I take it back. I take it back. If your 4-person fire team is 2 players in Europe and 2 in Australia, it's likely your fire team's region will be set to Asia for the best possible experience. It makes sense, I guess. It does make sense, but damn it, I was excited to ruin some Americans' hopes and dreams there. Updates to CSR. We've received a lot of feedback that the CSR progression doesn't feel right, and that CSR gains and loss were too closely based on personal statistical performance, which doesn't always represent the impact a player can have in the game. To address these concerns, we have overhauled the algorithm that determines CSR gains and losses after a match. We've made it more configurable and set up the configuration so that a win or loss for the whole team matters more than individual performance when determining the CSR gains and losses for each player. That's great. So basically, if you win a game, you gain CSR. You lose a game, you go down CSR. That makes a lot more sense to me. I do wonder if your own, performance in the game does actually have an impact though. Because the only issue there is, what if you have bad teammates then that let you down? Reduced and clearer penalties in ranked games with uneven teams. Currently, when a player fails to connect to a ranked match or quits early in the match, other players are forced to play out the entirety of the match, even though it may not be fun, particularly for those on the quitters team. Because the team that's short will likely lose. To address this in the near term, we're making some changes to the penalties that players will see. Okay, there are 2 types of penalty for quitting early in ranked: bans and CSR penalties. Both of those will be improved with an upcoming change, which is currently set to land on November 10th, currently after the winter update's launch. Okay, currently anyone who quits will receive a flag, and getting too many flags in a short period of time will result in a ban. We're updating the rules so that only the first person to quit will receive a flag. Everyone else in the game may quit without fear of getting banned. Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked that's not how it's always been, to be honest. Like, the fact you have to play out a 3v4 is kind of annoying, but they're fixing that, which is good. Network disconnects count as quits. Unfortunately, if they didn't, bad actors could pull their network cables when they wanted to quit. That also makes sense. I don't know if there'd be a system where they could like determine if someone's like quit or if they just pulled their network cable out, so it is what it is. Other offenses like cheating, team killing, or going idle will always result in a flag regardless of whether others have quit. Okay. Improved CSR logic during uneven ranked matches. Currently, anyone who quits a ranked game will lose 15 CSR. that first person quits early in the game, the CSR losses and gains for everyone else will be capped at plus or minus 5 CSR. Oh, so what, you still lose CSR even if a teammate has quit? I feel like that's a tough spot for them actually, because say you're 3v4 but the 3 still, well, I don't know actually. This is a bit of a weird one. My brain is processing how I feel about this, because it gets messy. If someone like lags out or quits, the CSR will be definitely skewed, but if you're in the 3v4 as the 3 and you win, then you only have a max of 5 CSR, even though you did like a tougher challenge. You lose 15, Thomas, but now it's capped at 5. That's an interesting one. I think that's a really hard subject to try and cover though. Early in the game means the first couple minutes, as covered above. Network disconnects count as quits. Cool. Future matchmaking improvements, clear display of CSR changes. In addition to making the size of CSR change more sensible, we are making changes to the in-game UI so it's easier to see how many points you actually gained or lost after a game. Instead of just showing a visual progress bar for your rank, we'll show your current CSR value for the next rank, and your CSR progress in your most recent game, as well as numbers. Good. More information is always a good thing. CSR based matchmaking. Last but certainly not least, you're also working on an update to ranked matchmaking that will primarily match players based on their current CSR. Our existing system matches purely based on skill, MMR, which is closely tied to CSR. There's so many terms to learn, but led to some confusion when viewing the ranks in the post-game Carnage report. Even though our system will know your MMR and it's still the underlying basis of CSR, we expect that this new approach, combined with the CSR improvements landing in the winter update, will make matchmaking feel fairer and more focused on winning rather than in-game performance. Good. That is a good thing. So I guess what that means is, I say I'm an Onyx player and I look at my team after we lose a game, there won't be like a bunch of like, I don't know, low platinums or something like that. Finally, I can play ranked. That's good. These are good changes. Dude, the winter update is looking juicy for a while. I think everyone just thought it was going to be, you know, the battle pass and the forge and co-op, but there's actually a lot of really nice quality of life things coming. Dude, I'm an Onyx player whenever I actually play ranked. You get off of me. Me, a Chad Onyx player, compared to you, newbie gold. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed that quick news update. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe if you're brand new. If you want to join my lovely chat here on my right, I actually do these live on my Twitch. Link to that is down in the description. Make sure you check that out. Appreciate you all very much. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!